Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today's video I am talking about an artist that I haven't talked about yet on my channel, and that is Billie Eilish. So I am reviewing her newest song, My Future, but I'm also just going to talk about Billie Eilish a little bit as an artist, because I will be honest, I have taken some time to really absorb what she is all about, and I have some thoughts, and they are all very much so good, positive thoughts. So first we're going to talk about My Future. This song was released on July 30th, and I actually did hear it on the radio when it first came out, like just happened to be on when I was listening. So when I first heard it, I wasn't paying attention to it all that much because it was in the background, but I told myself, okay, remember, let's listen to that all the way through a few times and figure out what I think about it. So I have finally done that, which is why I decided to make this video, because I actually have a lot of thoughts, and I've never done a video just for one song, but I feel like she deserves it because I just want to talk about her too. A quick recap for those that don't know: My Future is the second song she has released in 2020. The first song came out very early this year, and it was actually her James Bond song, No Time to Die. And she is the youngest musician, artist ever to record a James Bond anthem, which is wild. And when I heard that song, that was when I was like, wow. She was known for very soft, wispy singing before then, on top of just like really awesome lyrics and production. But this was the first time I heard her really just like sing out, and it was really beautiful. That leads into My Future, where I feel like we are really starting to see what Billie's music could evolve into as she gets older, which I am so excited about. She's still working with her brother Finneas on this song, which obviously during quarantine makes a lot of sense because this song was written during quarantine. And I want to talk about the lyrics and the production. So first of all, lyrically, this song, and Billie's music literally ever, she's been making music for years and she's only a teenager, but her songs have always been very mature lyrically, and this song is absolutely no exception to that. And lyrically, this song is just so beautiful, and I think it might be one of my favorite quarantine songs. There have been a lot of 2020 quarantine songs, and lyrically I love this one because the lyrics are just all about her being excited for the future, and she was very open with her fans about that is exactly what the song is. And she is someone who has struggled a lot with mental health, as many people do, and I think it is so great to see that she's in a place during this period of isolation where it can be really tough. She is actually looking forward to the future and how it can be just great if everyone puts the work in to make it great. So the lyrics in the chorus in verse 2, are the ones that really stood out to me. The lyrics in the chorus are, "'Cause I'm in love with my future, can't wait to meet her. And I'm in love, but not with anybody else, just want to get to know myself." That is beautiful. That is beautiful. I think that that is something that relates to literally anyone at any point in life. And then in the second verse, the lyrics go, "I know supposedly I'm lonely now. Know I'm supposed to be unhappy without someone, but aren't I someone?" I love that. I love that. Aren't I someone? So it really is about her being content with being on her own and allowing herself a period of self-reflection and growth and being excited for the future. So lyrically, My Future is obviously very relatable regardless of age. Her lyrics transcend her age group a ton. Now, with that being said, she is like the role model of Gen Z. I really feel like she is what the youth looks like now, and that she is extremely caring, extremely woke, and she also just does her own thing. I mean, when is the last time you have heard of a young pop star that truly just like wears like super baggy but really cool clothing, not showing off her body all the time, and she's not caked in makeup or whatever. And that's something that, especially when people in her age group in the past, even just up until the last few years, like that just didn't really happen. It sets a beautiful example of how beauty norms have shifted a lot. So that alone, and her imagery as a musician, I think makes her a role model for Gen Z and the future, very forward thinking. Her lyrics and her style of music. So now let's talk into the music of My Future and why I am obsessed with it. Musically, the chords and minor keys happening, it's really nice, and I just love that in general. But the production is so stripped back. I'm not talking stripped back like acoustic guitar or just a piano. It's like lo-fi blues, which I think is so cool. I love in the second half of the song where she's got like the simple, quick strumming guitar in it. I think it complements it so well. I just think it sounds so nice and effortless. What I really like on this song is you can tell that she has grown as a musician in her singing and using her voice as an instrument. Now, that was very much a thing for her from the jump, where it was a bit more softer. People always say like ASMR-esque, but this song, and it started to be shown in No Time to Die, we're finally getting to hear Billie sing out a little bit more, and I really like her voice when she sings out, but I don't know if I could envision a song where she's singing out purely the whole way through. Maybe that'll happen, we will see, but the fact that she is starting to play with singing out more but still pulling it in on top of having beautifully layered harmonies. I mean, her voice when it is layered, since it is so airy, when she chooses that style of singing, it just sounds so beautiful and just so easy on the ears. Like, that's the best way I could describe it, is the vocals on this track are just easy on the ears, and also really using her voice as an instrument because of how it varies so much with her tone and the way she is projecting more or less. She is truly utilizing her voice accompanied with the more understated production of music to really create just like this beautiful song that is worth listening to over and over and over again. My Future proves to me that I am more excited than ever for her to release another album, and I hope she keeps working with her brother Phineas, because I think he is a great producer and they clearly work very well together. And her first album, when I first heard it, I think, like a lot of people, I at first was like, what's this girl all about? But what I love is that there's always this fear when someone comes out on the scene so young and so strong. I mean, her first full album, she was winning Grammys left and right, and there's always a little bit of a fear of like, is she a one and done? Now, I never really thought she was going to be a one and done, but it's also like, since she is so young, where does she go from here? And she is staying in her wheelhouse, but her wheelhouse is still growing. And I think that that's so cool. And that's what these newer songs are proving, is that she knows her voice and her style, and she has a very specific style, yet it is evolving. But it's not evolving like in a chameleon sense where, you know, you have some artists where every single album they're like going for a totally different persona. And I don't think that's her. This feels more like a natural evolution as opposed to very like stark contrast. And I think that that is really incredible. And I hope that it continues to be that way. And regardless, I'm just very excited for her sophomore album, whenever that may come out. So My Future, I honestly give this song like a 5 out of 5. And I think it's just because it is very different than what you typically hear. It's understated in a totally different way. And I just think that this is one where if people weren't really understanding some of her other songs, they're like, what? Like, there's some weird things going on here. If people weren't getting that, which most people did get it and loved it, but if people aren't getting it, if they listen to My Future, then I think they'll be like, okay, now we see what Billie Eilish is all about. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you are a Billie Eilish fan, let me know in the comments what you love about her. If you like this song, what you hope her sophomore album to be like. I really am so intrigued by her as a musician, and I would love to know what her fans think about all of that. And if you're into music-based content, I would really just love and appreciate if you'd hit the subscribe button, because Shelby Shuffle Mode is all music based, and I would love to share the conversation and love of all different types of music with all of you. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.